Good evening. This is Richard Generone, School Board Secretary for Brunswick Board of Education. We're now calling to order the June 15th, 2021 New Brunswick Board of Education regular monthly board meeting. I'll turn it over to Dr. Caldwell, Board President. Dr. Caldwell?
Thank you, Rich. I will read the opening announcement. Adequate public notice of this meeting was provided by the Secretary of the Board on February 16, 2021 to the Home News Tribune, Star Ledger, and the Clerk of the City of New Brunswick. The time and location of this meeting and all meetings of this body are posted in City Hall, 78 Bayard Street, New Brunswick. Roll call, Mr. General.
Mr. Ortiz. Mrs. Sadowski.
Here.
Seawood.
Here.
Mr. Shikaitis.
Here.
Solis is excused. Mr. Spencer is excused. Ms. Varela.
Here.
Ms. Sevilla.
Here.
Dr. Caldwell.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Excellent. Dr. Johnson, if you would mind, please lead us in the flag salute.
Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag,
to the flag
United States of America,
and to the
republic
for which it stands,
which stands
One nation.
one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice
for all.
Thank you very much. A reminder, the next regular monthly Board of Education meeting will be held on Tuesday, July 20th, 2021, beginning at 7 p.m. at the New Brunswick High School in the auditorium. It will be a special meeting. I am very excited, as the board is, that we will be meeting in person. Just so people know, the governor's announcement came too late. We had already put things in place, so we couldn't do the in-person meeting for this meeting, but we are very pleased to go back to getting to see our smiling faces of the community and the board, and so we are looking forward to that. But we just couldn't get it done for this meeting. Do I hear a motion for the minutes of May 18, 21? Is there a motion to accept the minutes? So moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, a roll call, Ms. Kim.
Mr. Ortiz.
Yes.
Mrs. Sadowski.
yes,
Mrs. Seawood.
Yes.
Mr. Shikaitis.
Yes.
Ms. Varela.
Yes. Yes.
Ms. Sevilla.
Yes.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Generone. Item number 4, the superintendent's report. Dr. Aubrey A. Johnson.
Yes, good evening. For the month of June, we have enrolled 9,730 students. We had 1 case of harassment, intimidation, and bullying. There were 2 cases of suspension. Our May staff attendance was at 93%, and our April student attendance was at 90%. I do have a lot to say today, so just allow me, I'll try not to go past 15 minutes, but anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. This year's final board meeting always feels significant in its own way, but today's session is truly a milestone. For the past 15 months, we have been immersed in an ongoing struggle against the pandemic, and it's been a challenge like no other that our district has ever faced. Looking back, though, it's remarkable our students spent an entire year away from their school buildings, yet they still thrived. That's testament to the commitment not only of the students themselves, but also their families, as well as our educators, board members, and our staff who worked to overcome an unprecedented crisis. March 2020 marked the beginning of a series of events that would undoubtedly be recorded in history. We each have a different lens and experience with all these events. However, there is no question that our lives have been changed forever. Whether we're thinking about the outbreak of COVID-19 and its impacts, the killing of George Floyd and others, or the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol, these moments have been forced on us to re-examine our beliefs and individuals and our allowances as a country. While these events have been documented, only time will reveal the layered effects they have had on us individually and collectively. As a district, we would like to serve as historians and store a few items in a time capsule to reflect on what these days have meant to us. Each school and central office will have a time capsule, and we will open these capsules in 10 years to revisit our reflections. Moving into the next couple months and into September, I'm confident we will enter a degree of normalcy, something we haven't seen in a long while. The governor has already indicated that we will be able to physically be present in schools with no need for remote instruction, and it's not determined yet what state will mandate regarding the face mask, but for most parts, we'll be educating our students in a post-pandemic world. I will also like to recognize the remarkable support of our district has received from so many people and organizations throughout the city, from Mayor Cahill on down. We are blessed to be a part of a community that truly cares about its students and their education. Now with summer break approaching, we have a great deal to celebrate and look forward to. Our district reentry was a terrific success, and everyone associated with New Brunswick Public Schools deserves the upcoming time off. To address the specifics, as we develop our plan to return to full in-person instruction in September, we shared a preliminary drafted plan with our parents, students, staff, and community partners for their review and feedback. We received 499 responses as of today from our stakeholders who reviewed our plans. 290 responses were from parents and guardians, 170 were from staff members, 31 were from students, and 8 were from community partners. Our final safe return plan is being submitted for formal approval by the Board of Education this evening. Our plan incorporates recommended mitigation strategies established by the CDC, which includes universal and correct wearing of masks, physical distancing, hand washing and respiratory etiquettes, cleaning and maintaining healthy facilities, including improving ventilation, contact tracing in combination with isolation and quarantine, in collaboration with the state and local health departments, COVID-19 diagnostic and routine screening testing, and efforts to promote vaccinations to educators, other staff, and students if they are eligible. New Brunswick Public Schools will continue to implement safety guidelines and protocols that were recommended by the CDC and Department of Health in conjunction with district policies, and will adjust accordingly to our community COVID-19 transmission and vaccinations. This summer, the district will provide a summer enrichment programs in grades K through 8, as well as summer course offerings to students in grades 9 through 12 who need to recover credits in courses required for graduation, or for those students who like to earn high school credits to accelerate learning. The district will also provide academic support programs outside of school hours to provide all students with literacy, mathematics, science support by a certified teacher. These programs would assist students in reaching their educational goals, enhancing learning progress, and attaining learning standards. In addition to providing academic support, the district is committed to providing mental health services and support to our staff, students, and their families. The district will revert back to a pre-pandemic food preparation and feeding program. All students will receive breakfast and lunch in school. During lunch, students will be separated to achieve their required distance between students, and or glass guards will be installed on cafeteria tables, and that's determined based on where we are when we come back into them in September. We will continue to have all information communicated with families through our school website, social media, and other communication tools, including school messenger and talking points. The district website, which is translatable into Spanish as well as other languages, includes a designated advisory page that will house all information for the community. As we approach the close of the 2021 school year, we are down to the last days of in-person hybrid instruction. The last day of school for students and teachers will be Monday, June 21st. We also plan to celebrate our class of 2021 graduates, high school graduates, in-person ceremonies, which will take place outdoors on Tuesday, June 22nd. As it relates to vaccinations, the district continues its efforts to provide vaccination information for our staff, families, and community. This month, and through a collaboration with the City of New Brunswick, Robert Wood Johnson Hospital, New Jersey National Guard, FEMA, and Healthier Middlesex working together, a vaccination clinic, which is open to all residents 12 years and older, has been set up at Redshaw Elementary School. The first and second vaccination clinics that took place on Sunday, June 6th, and Wednesday, June 9th, were successful. The upcoming vaccination clinic is scheduled for Saturday, June 19th. In all, we can account for 700 vaccinations. We have assisted staff, relatives, and students in obtaining. We will continue to work with the city and community partners in promoting vaccination sites set up within the New Brunswick community. For more information on vaccination locations through the Middlesex County Office of Health Services, Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital, St. Peter's University Hospital, Everett B. Chandler Health Center, as well as other community providers, please visit our district webpage. The last day for meal delivery and meal distribution for the school year was today, June 15th. Families receive 7 days worth of meals via our meal delivery program and by visiting one of our 8 meal distribution sites. We distributed over 2.5 million meals during the pandemic. Again, I would just like to take a moment just to recognize our graduates, our retirements, and our Teacher of the Year. Congratulations to all our graduates. You have met the challenges of the last year head on with your heads held high. We look forward to celebrating our grade 8 students on June 21st during their moving up ceremonies, as well as our high school graduates on June 22nd, as I mentioned earlier. A special congratulations to our retirees and educators of the year. In more certain times, we have celebrated them with a reception with their families prior to this meeting. But this year, we will acknowledge them with a grab-and-go breakfast with the superintendent. Additionally, a slideshow presentation will be highlighted. We'll highlight the retirees and educators of the year on our district website. New Brunswick Public Schools, thank you all for your service and commitment to our students and families. And if you can just bear with me for the next 5 minutes, I would love to read off the names and recognize them. I'll start with our Teachers of the Year. From McKinley School, Rita Garino. From New Brunswick Middle School, Melissa Vega. From Lincoln School, Jasmine Santiago Rodriguez. From Redshaw School, Doris Cruz. From Lord Sterling School, Mindy Gordon. From Paul Robeson School, James Jackson. From New Brunswick High School, Elizabeth Sheridan. From Lincoln Annex, Harrison Everett. From Woodrow Wilson School, Candida Gallego. From Roosevelt School, Alexandria Guy. From Livingston School, Stephanie Meal. From the Adult Learning Center, Valamasi Jaharaman. From McKinley K Center, Ashley Bazilo. From P-Tech High School, Victor Alejida. From Health Science Technology High School, Frank Lofferman. And for our retirees, in this year, we have about 31. I'd like to recognize Carmen Calderon with 9 years of service, 9 years and 11 months of service. Barbie Stiegel with 10 years of service. Harold Goodlow with 13 years and 1 month of service. Patricia Tomlinson with 14 years and 1 month of service. Ewell Walton with 14 years and 10 months of service. Elizabeth D'Antonio with 14 years, 10 months of service. Joanne Hellman with 15 years, 10 months of service. Marianne DeStafanis with 15 years, 5 months of service. Darrell Moore with 15 years, 8 months of service. Lori Savage with 16 years, 5 months of service. Eileen Ortiz with 17 years. Maria Nazareth with 17 years and 3 months of service. Jose Chalachancolo with 18 years and 10 months of service. Larry Johnson with 18 years and 11 months of service. Yolanda Prashana with 19 years and 3 months of service. Patricia Brantley with 9 years and 3 months of service. Sharian Stukizaski with 19 years and 4 months of service. Nelly Estrada with 20 years and 10 months of service. Elton Davis with 20 years, 4 months of service. Darlene Jimenez with 21 years and 5 months of service. Tatiana Schwetzcheck with 22 years and 10 months of service. Maria Betancourt with 23 years and 3 months of service. Angela Blake with 24 years and 10 months of service. Bessie Wakefield with 24 years and 8 months of service. Anna Marie Pop with 25 years and 4 months of service. Rita Saho with 26 years and 4 months of service. Andres Portillo with 26 years and 4 months of service. Carol Folano with 28 years and 1 month of service. Evelyn Montanez with 28 years and 3 months of service. Karen Douglas with 31 years and 2 months of service. And finally, Cynthia Myers with 37 years and 10 months of service. Thank you all for your dedication to New Brunswick and to our students and our families. It's time for you now to go out. Remember that New Brunswick is a home, and we are looking forward to your return as substitute teachers. And I would just like to pause here and just really recognize an individual that has meant a lot to the district. And if you don't know, this will also be Dr. Marnie McCoy's last board meeting with us. Dr. McCoy has been with us for 5 years. And I just want to say to you, Dr. McCoy, and we want to say to you that we appreciate the outstanding service you provided the New Brunswick School District and community. If I was to say a couple of things, your attention to detail, your great communication skills, your professionalism all help shape all of our experiences. When I talk to leaders and I describe what leadership look like, I pull a lot on the qualities that you emulate. You know, when I think of you, I think of professionalism, I think of dependability, I think of creativity. You are reflective, you're empathetic, and most of all, you're humane. I mean, your dedication to New Brunswick Public Schools and the city is out of this world. I don't think too many people knew or know that you actually was going to leave last year, and you decided to stay on longer because you could not leave this district during this pandemic. And those actions alone exemplifies your leadership. I'm not even going to say qualities. I got to come up with a new word here. Your leadership manifesto. It exemplifies your leadership manifesto to the students, to the families, to the district staff, and the New Brunswick community. I have learned a lot from you. We have learned from you. We will miss you, and we will miss your ready smile that's always there. And even though I know you're leaving, I do know that you're a phone call away. I wish you the best. We wish you the best on your new endeavors. And again, as I said, I know you're a phone call away. Thank you, and that concludes my remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. A lot of wonderful things in there. Some amazing people retiring. Marnie is a superstar. We will definitely miss. Now, was there a HIB report? Did you have a HIB report?
Yes, I did mention there were. I did mention in the beginning.
At the very beginning. Okay. So, is there a motion to accept? We have to accept your report. Is there a motion to accept the superintendent's report?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Roll call, Mr. General.
Mr. Ortiz,
Yes.
Mrs. Sadowski,
Yes.
Mrs. Seawood,
Yes.
Mrs. Shikaitis,
Yes.
Ms. Varela, Ms. Varela, Ms. Sevilla,
Yes.
Dr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Wonderful. And just thanks again for that great report, Dr. Johnson. And just want to thank all of you who've just given your heart and soul for the district, for the students of the district. We've been blessed to have you. Item number 5, the student representative report. Miss Kalani Nembar. Kalani, are you on? Is she here yet?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes, hello?
Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yep.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As the 2020 to 2021 school year, my senior year is coming to an end. I have been reflecting on the challenges and successes the students of the New Brunswick High School and I have worked through. We learned to navigate through new ways of using technology. We learned to present, join breakout rooms, collaborate from a distance, and to turn our work in as many students have been doing routinely in colleges. Our challenges were both on a personal level as well as in our academics. We were concerned about internet connectivity, not having a set schedule as we would have had during the traditional school year, and had to learn to manage our time independently. Many students needed to work to support themselves and their families. They had to learn to balance time between taking care of their siblings, helping them with their homework, while also focusing on completing their own homework. It has been difficult. However, these challenges have made us realize the importance of caring for one another and to care for ourselves. New Brunswick High School, along with the P-Tech, participated in a day-long virtual career fair. There were a large number of student programs for students to participate in, with presentations from a variety of companies, entrepreneurs, healthcare professionals, law enforcement professionals, and the principal of New Brunswick Health and Science Tech, Mr. Clifford, and New Brunswick High School principal, Mr. Redler. Students had opportunities to ask questions during the presentations. Many presenters provided contact information and are willing to continue discussions with New Brunswick High School students. This event was very successful and offered information that might not have been available to students other than through this well-organized platform. SAT testing also took place in the high school June 5th, with a large number of New Brunswick High School students participating. New Brunswick High School's Athletic Sports Awards ceremony was held in person at New Brunswick High School on June 9th. It was amazing to see the number of athletes in their variety of sports programs receive their awards. All participants enjoyed seeing their peers receive awards. The completion of the Access testing was June 10th. AP testing also took place during June, both in person and when permitted by College Board virtually. Senior award presentation took place Monday, June 14th in a virtual format. A large number of students received scholarships. 92 students were recognized for achieving the Seal of Biliteracy designation, indicating that they are fully identified as being proficient in speaking, writing, and reading in 2 languages. Please take notice when students in our graduation ceremonies are proudly wearing their Seal of Biliteracy cords over their gowns. The National Honor Society held their introduction ceremony Friday, June 10th in a virtual format. 18 students in grades 10 and 11 inducted into the National Honor Society during this ceremony. Driver's education permit exams took place for a final time in the New Brunswick High School on June 10th, 2021. Students from New Brunswick High School and a Health and Science Tech came to the high school after school. These exams were proctored by volunteer teachers. 182 students came to the high school to participate within this exam. The Senior Sunset took place Friday, June 11th. Over 210 students from New Brunswick High School participated in this senior prom alternate. The event was well organized and consisted of various fun activities. Students were able to reconnect with their peers, participate in games, and reflect on their past 4 years and even relive some memories. I would like to give a huge thank you to all the teachers and staff that volunteered for the Sunset. You're truly appreciated. We're very excited and proud to attend our graduation ceremonies, which will be held on June 22nd, 2021. The graduating seniors of the class of 2021 have certainly worked hard. Despite all the obstacles, we did it. Thank you to Mr. Redler, Dr. Johnson, Assistant Superintendents, Board of Education members, my teachers and friends for making New Brunswick Public Schools the best of the schools within the area. We have learned, received support, learned to work independently and collaboratively. We, the students of New Brunswick High School, look forward to giving back to our community, the city of New Brunswick. Before I leave the floor, I would like to introduce an amazing person, the next student representative of the Board of Education. This person has been involved in all areas of the high school, including student government, school groups, and athletics. This person was elected by their fellow peers of New Brunswick High Schools. I proudly introduce the 2021 to 2022 student representative to the New Brunswick Board of Education, Ashley Caldwell. Thank you for honoring me to be the representative of New Brunswick High School. It was truly a pleasure. I wish everyone a safe and prosperous rest of the year. This concludes my final report as student representative of the Board of Education. Thank you to everyone.
Kalani, before Ashley speaks, just want to thank you. You have been really, one of the best we've ever had. You've been very, very thorough. You're very professional. It's been an honor to work with you, and you are a superstar. So you're going on to what college now? Let the audience know.
I'll be going to the College of New Jersey.
The College of New Jersey. Well, they are lucky to have you, someone with your skills as a leader and soccer player.
Thank you so much.
So just thank you very much. And this is the bad part, the virtual. Let's give her a round of applause because she really has been fantastic.
Thank you, everyone.
The next person is coming, and I don't know if Ashley has some remarks. Do you have any remarks, Ashley?
Hello. Can you hear me?